pictures now coming in of the Niti Aayog 8th Governing Council meeting, which is taking place. You can see in those pictures the Prime Minister there, joined by Chief Ministers of various states. Remember, at least 5 Chief Ministers have skipped this meeting. That includes Arvind Kejriwal, Mamata Banerjee, Nitish Kumar, Bhagwant Mann. There's also M.K. Stalin, who's out of the country, we believe. Nitish Kumar, it is said, would have sent a representative, but you can see the other Chief Ministers who are present on this occasion. You can see those, the photo op that happens. This is a meeting that will go on for the entire day. There's likely to be a press conference later in the evening that Niti Aayog will hold in terms of what were the key issues discussed during this Governing Council meeting. Remember, Niti Aayog is the leading think tank that in fact drives policy making as far as the central government is concerned. Issues of budgetary allocations and developmental projects are discussed during this meeting, and hence the presence of the Chief Ministers that you see on your screens. You can see the Finance Minister, the Home Minister, the Commerce Minister, the Education Minister present over there, and these are some of the opening remarks, which is not available, but opening remarks being made by Prime Minister Modi. He's also likely to make the closing remarks at the end of the day's deliberations, but you can see the Chief Ministers were present during that meeting includes Himanta Biswa Sharma, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Yogi Adityanath. You can see Jagan Mohan Reddy from an opposition state by SRCP. You can see Bhupesh Baghel, Congress member, Chief Minister from Chhattisgarh, who's present. Also, you can see Hemant Soren from Jharkhand, who's present for this meeting. But there are certain opposition CMs who've boycotted this meeting. In fact, yesterday, Arvind Kejriwal wrote to the Prime Minister an open letter which he in fact published as well on his social media handle, where he said that there is no point to this meeting if Delhi and its due credit is denied to the Union Territory of Delhi, that federalism was suffering under the present central government, and hence he has chosen to not attend the meeting. He, of course, is in Hyderabad at the moment, meeting K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who skipped the meeting as well. Rahul Gautam is joining us over the phone line. Rahul, we're getting pictures of that meeting, which is taking place in Delhi at the moment. There are many state CMs who've skipped this meeting, boycotted this meeting as we speak.
Absolutely, Polami. There are several non-BJP ruled states who are not attending this crucial Niti Aayog Governing Council meeting. In fact, we rightly pointed out that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, KCR, Ashok Gehlot, we've been informed that Mr. Ashok Gehlot is not keeping well, and therefore he's skipping this important meet. And then we all know that how Arvind Kejriwal has been at loggerheads with the central government over the recent ordinance that was passed by the cabinet. So obviously it seems that that politics is playing spoilsport as far as this important Governing Council meeting is concerned. In these visuals, we can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, and many BJP ruled states and non-BJP ruled states as well. For example, YSRCP, BJD, all these parties and all these chief ministers are in fact taking, participating in this important meet. So it seems that you can say that the very development, the core area, is also being hampered by the politics, which seems to be overshadowing this important meet.
Okay, the politics that seems to be overshadowing this important meeting. This is also, in the past we've known of a couple of chief ministers. Mamata Banerjee has not attended this meeting at least a couple of times in the past. But there are several other chief ministers who've decided to skip this meeting, boycott this meeting this time around. This is also the opposition, in a way, trying to send out a message, Rahul, setting the stage, if you may, for 2024.
Absolutely, Polami. See, opposition camp is not leaving any opportunity, getting wasted when it comes to attacking government, and when it comes to creating a common platform to take on BJP. We have seen that how opposition parties are coming together. For example, the recent example is the upcoming inauguration ceremony of the new parliament building. It also became a rallying point for opposition parties. And the same is happening now with Niti Aayog meeting. There's several chief ministers who have decided they're not going to take part in this important meeting. In fact, some of them are sending their representatives. So it seems that the opposition camp is trying to send out a message that all is not well between states and central government. And in fact, we all know that how opposition parties have been decrying, a lot of interference from governor houses, how they've been claiming that there's an attack going on federal structure. So it seems that, again, they are using this important meeting as a platform to send out this message that that the federal structure, all is not well between states and central government.
Okay, Rahul Gautam there, of course, reporting on that very crucial meeting which is now taking place at the Pragati Maidan in Delhi, where the Prime Minister is chairing this 8th Governing Council meeting of the Niti Aayog. Some very key policy-related decisions and discussions are expected to, in fact, take place during this day-long meeting. But it is the politics, as Rahul is pointing out, that has overshadowed this meeting. The central government, of course, Rahul, would say that, this is not a meeting where you bring in politics, because at the end of the day, then you will cry foul about the fact that the state has been deprived of its resources, its budgetary allocation isn't adequate, etc. This is the meeting where you come and you argue out your case. If you skip this meeting, then what's the point of crying foul later? Rahul? Okay, we seem to have lost that phone line with Rahul Gautam, my colleague, who's reporting on this very crucial meeting which is taking place in New Delhi. Several state chief ministers present for this meeting. You see those images of the opening remarks that the Prime Minister delivered just a short while ago. In fact, as the day commenced, this will be a day-long meeting. It will end this evening. It's likely that there could be a press conference that the Niti Aayog will address at about 6 p.m. this evening, briefing the media about some of the key deliberations that took place during this meeting. But there are state chief ministers who've decided to skip this meeting. That includes West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Nitish Kumar has also skipped this meeting but has likely sent a representative in. There's Arvind Kejriwal who skipped the meeting, and he shot off a letter to Prime Minister Modi as well, which he in fact put out in the public domain, stating that federalism was suffering under the central government. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal is currently loggerheads with the central government over the ordinance that the government very recently promulgated, taking charge back of the services department, quote unquote, from the Delhi government after the Supreme Court verdict, which virtually gave the Delhi government the charge to appoint civil servants. Rahul Gautam is back with us over the phone line. Rahul, the central government, over the skipping of chief ministers of this very crucial meeting, by chief ministers of this very crucial meeting, they could argue, the central government could argue that there is no point then of crying foul later that the central government is depriving you of funds, that your budgetary allocation is not adequate, because this is the meeting where you're supposed to deliberate on the same, present your case before the centre. The finance minister is present, the commerce minister is present, key senior ministers of the Union Council are present over there. If you skip this meeting, then what's the point crying foul later?
Absolutely, Paulomi, and the same argument that is coming in from the central government and from the BJP as well, that these chief ministers are using these such important crucial meetings as a platform to show their unity and to hit out at central government, when they can use this and utilize these important council meetings as a platform to raise their grievances, to raise their concern, and which can obviously be heard in these crucial meetings. But however, the opposition is again trying to rally behind on several factors. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal has been going out and meeting several leaders. In fact, it seems that he had tried to convince these leaders. For example, he had met Mamata Banerjee and KCR, and it seems that there seems to be a sort of understanding between these chief ministers that they're going to skip this important meet, which is headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and send out a message, or you can say that they're going to lodge their protest, against the alleged attack on federal structure, as Aam Aadmi Party is retrying in its case. Mamata Banerjee, we all know, has been claiming that how her state, West Bengal, is being deprived of central funds. Same is happening with other non-BJP ruled states. So obviously, it seems that they're trying to send out this message that all is not well, and the central government is not, upkeeping the tradition of, federalism in the country. On the other hand, the BJP is saying that, this only shows the petty politics which is being played by the opposition camp, because by denying an audience, in these important crucial meetings, you're only, betraying your own people. You're not, voicing their concerns, or you're not putting forward their problems, which only show that how much keen you are when it comes to progress and development. So obviously it seems that both parties are coming out with their arguments, but we have to really wait and watch that how the other parties which are attending. For example, Congress party is attending this important meet. We all know Mr. Patel and Sukhwinder Singh Sukkhu. They both are attending this important meeting. So there are a lot of you can say rift also when it comes to opposition unity as far as this important meeting is concerned, because Congress party does not want to be seen lowering the dignity of this important meeting. So therefore they have decided to join this meeting. However, some other political parties are still holding that they should not be seen attending these such important meetings, so that they can show their resentment.
It's absolutely interesting, Rahul, as you're pointing out. The Congress CMs are attending this meeting, but there are others like Arvind Kejriwal, Mamata Banerjee, who have chosen to skip this meeting. Rahul, thank you so much for tracking all those developments.